Ready to drive your next classic car show or just tear up the streets is this beautiful 1966 Chevy Chevelle Malibu. It does have all the Super Sport hood, trim, everything like that, but it did come from the factory as a Malibu. It's an absolutely gorgeous car. Show quality paint job from bumper to bumper, laser straight body, and an absolutely fantastic stance. As we look at the front end, it's got a new grille and eyebrow trim, headlight bucket trim, new bumpers. I mean, this car is fantastic from bumper to bumper. It's powered by a big block 454. It does have vintage air. It's got ice cold air, power steering. Cam's got a great sound. You can just tell the quality of this paint job. I mean, it is a very high dollar paint job, inside and out. As we look out across the top of the hood and the top of the fenders, it lines up perfectly. Passenger side gaps just as nice as the driver's. As we look out across the hood, I don't see any dings or ripples, anything like that. It does have the factory washer squirters right here. Wiper arms are nice. The windshield is excellent. That's been replaced during the restoration. As we look out across the roof, no hail dings or dents, anything like that. Absolutely perfectly straight car. Beautiful sound and dual exhaust. Back bumper's been re-chromed. All the taillight applique in the back has all been professionally done. The lenses and the chrome is all excellent. Trunk lid fits nice. But the main thing, guys, on this car is the paint job quality and the awesome stance and the straight body on it. Pictures don't do the car justice. You really need to see it in person to appreciate the quality of the paint. The back of the door fits absolutely perfect. Nice sound, shuts easy. The front gap is the same, just nice and even from top to bottom. The lower fender is perfect. No bubbles, blisters anywhere on the passenger side. As we look at the paint on the pillar, it's excellent. All the felts are all the high dollar felts. They've been replaced during restoration. They're the nice soft felts. New rubbers as far as around the door handles. New rubbers around the doors. As we look at the door jambs, the door jamb paint is as nice as the exterior paint, all show quality. Really high standard. We look in here in the inside jambs, very professionally done. Previous owner, when I bought this, said the interior was original. I need to run the codes and stuff and see on all that, but he said the interior was original. As far as the door panel goes, on the Passenger side, the door panel is in great shape. Armrest is in excellent shape. Does have, obviously they changed the original Super Sport gauges here. Does have the original owner's manual inside the glove box. It's just perfect, all painted professionally in there as well. We got our vintage air. It's got the full console, Hurst shifter. It's got the clock. AM Delco radio does not work, but all new bezels and chrome all looks good on there. Horn works, and it's got the correct Chevelle Malibu steering wheel. Does have the factory gauges, temp gauge, oil pressure, fuel gauge, alternator gauge, all that works. The visors are excellent. The chrome rear view mirror looks great. It's got the little tabs in the visors so they fit nice and tight. Dome light works, and the headliner is super tight. Very nice original headliner, except it does have a hole, a little small hole over in the passenger driver's side and another one in the passenger. I do have a new headliner coming for it, but the original one is, as far as tightness and stuff, is in good shape, but it does have two little holes in the headliner. Seat backs look original. It's got the correct seat belts for two in the back door panels, front door panels. Everything in the interior is in really, really nice shape. Carpet looks good. It's got the correct Chevy mats. No smoke. It's not running rich. Runs nice. Gap on the trunk lid looks real good. Top of the trunk lid paint is excellent. I need to check when I get it up in the air to see what he did for suspension, but this thing is slammed to the ground really nicely. Just got a fantastic look and stance on it. So far, guys, on the passenger side top, I haven't found any chips to speak of, anything like that. I mean, this paint job is absolutely gorgeous. Riding on a set of American Racing rims, 17-inch rims on the back, 255/45 for tires. It's got a little paint blem right on this very corner of this door down here. The very, very corner. Door gap on the driver's side is nice and even. Lower rear quarter is perfect. Same thing here in the front of the fenders, excellent. Perfect gap in the front of the door. Look at the gap here even. I mean, when they did this car and put it back together, they just did a fantastic job. You can see your reflection anywhere in the car. It is just super smooth. The wheels are just a little dirty again. We had to it was raining here earlier today, so it's just a little sloppy around. Here's the, I know I mentioned it had just a little tiny little imperfection at the bottom of the door, but here's the inside corner of it. Inside corner is excellent. Again, the door jamb paint is fantastic. Driver's side door panel is excellent. Rubbers were all replaced during restoration. Felts were replaced during restoration. Dome light works. Horn works. Window rubbers are excellent, and then the windows go up and down super smooth. Chrome up here is nice. I need to check on the tack, guys, and see why this aftermarket tack isn't working. Wipers work. Vintage air works. We just went ahead and gave that a charge. Heater works as well, guys. We don't need the air going today, we need the heat. It's about 56 degrees and it's almost the 1st of June. Yeah, they were blowing ice cold air. And shut the air off, but the air does work and so does the heat. Wipers work, horn works, all the gauges work. The only thing that's not working, guys, the original AM radio and the factory clock. As we look out over the hood, it's got the Super Sport hood. The gaps are awesome, the paint job's awesome, and so is the performance. The steering is super tight on it. It does have power steering unit. Synchros are good. Shift down to second. Here's your shift into third. Nice and easy. There's no grinding and all. Second, third, fourth. As far as our brakes go, they are just manual brakes, but they stop perfectly straight. I'm going to go ahead and roll my window up to see how tight this thing is. Wow, this thing doesn't move an inch down the road. I'm letting go of the steering wheel, one hand on the shifter and one on the camera, and this thing doesn't move at all. This thing just holds the road perfectly. Does not need an alignment. Just, man, what a muscle car, guys. The guy definitely knew what he was doing with the suspension on this thing. Here's our brakes. Again, high speeds, no pull left or right. There's third, second. Nice and quiet inside the car too. Just really quiet with the windows up. We got a really nice seal on these windows. Let go of the wheel and pop that clutch out, and that steering doesn't move an inch.